You don't have to you dream big straight away. Just try to get the nuts and bolts of your business going.
Hello and welcome. Richard Branson is the founder of Virgin Group, one of the world's most recognizable brands. When it comes to success, billionaire entrepreneur Richard Branson knows what he's doing. Not only has he built $8 billion companies in 8 different sectors, starting with Virgin in 1970, but he's also written 6 books. He shares his secrets to success. Anyone can learn from his advice, whether you're an established entrepreneur or just starting out. After all, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Sings out at you at the end, and it's a beautiful picture. Your business is going to be successful if bits of the canvas are not quite right.
Here are Richard Branson's top 10 secrets to success. Number 1, follow your dreams. You'll never be successful if you don't love what you do and wake up every morning excited. Number 2, do some good. According to Branson, if you aren't making a positive difference to other people's lives, then you shouldn't be in business. This goes not only for individuals, but companies as a whole. Number 3, believe your ideas. As Branson says, if you aren't proud of your ideas and believe in your plans, why should anybody else? Number 4, have fun. Though often underrated, Branson calls fun one of the most important ingredients in any successful business. If you're not having fun, then it's probably time to try something else. Number 5, don't give up. By sticking things through, Branson has propelled himself to immense success, both personally and professionally. Number 6, keep setting new challenges. Write down every single idea you have, no matter how big or small, and then challenge yourself to follow through. You never know what's going to land. Number 7, learn to delegate. Learning that you don't have to do everything yourself is a difficult skill for many entrepreneurs, but it's worth it. Number 8, look after your team. Your personal success matters, but so does the success of your team. Number 9, get out there. Success and adventure isn't going to come to you. You've got to go out and find it. Number 10, when people say bad things about you, prove them wrong. To thrive, you must be prepared for critics and copycats.
There's a very thin dividing line between success and failure when you start a business from scratch. And then I would sit at the back of the class, look at the blackboard, and it was just a jumble. And I was thought of as a bit lazy, a bit thick. Or a mixture of the two. If I was interested in something, I generally excelled. And what I was interested in was what was going on in the world. So the Vietnamese War was going on. There was a general sort of 60s sort of uprising of students taking place. And so I decided to start a magazine to campaign against things that I thought were wrong in the world, in particular the Vietnamese. It's very fortunate because we've gone into so many different sectors, so many different businesses. We've been a Virgin, in all of these different sectors. Slip Disc Airlines sector is if we felt it was being badly run by other people. So the reason we went into trains was the government were running trains. British Rail was dilapidated trains, a miserable service, and we just felt, we could go in, we could get fantastic new rail stock, we could motivate the staff, and we could make a big difference.
Really, in the end, it's down to individuals. I mean, what I would say is that I think, I would encourage companies to work really hard towards getting a sort of 50-50, women on their board, even to the extent of encouraging politicians to actually change laws to force a situation where there's 50% women on boards, because in countries where they've done it, like Norway and Sweden, in Scandinavian countries, the companies seem to have benefited from it. But anyway, in the meantime, all of us who own companies must try to increase the size of our boards just to try to make sure that we get more women on this. I mean, to me, I've spent a lifetime creating things that hopefully I think can make a difference to other people's lives. Genuinely have never set about to sort of think of myself as a businessman. If I lost it all, I'm sure I'd want to carry on creating. Most of my time is now spent creating not-for-profit ventures like the Elders or the Carbon War Room or Centre for Disease Control or trying to protect species, and that's where I get my main.
Really, there's only one thing that matters, and that's survival. And I think if you're starting a business from scratch and you haven't got any financial backing, you just got to survive. If you don't survive, you can't make a difference in the world. You can't employ people. You can't build your business. So I think for a number of years, you shouldn't be worried too much about sorting out the world's problems. You just got to make sure that with Virgin, our brand is incredibly important to us. So we won't go into a new investment unless we think it can enhance the brand. And unless we think we can make a real difference, as I said earlier, in that particular sector that we're going into, and unless we think we're going to actually enjoy it, because you spend so much time working, you might as well have a good time. The individuals who've come to us with the project, or people we're going to get on with, and we feel are the right people.
But there are some entrepreneurs who are just good at starting things, and then they need good managers to actually. The important thing with somebody who's managing people is that they they genuinely care about people, that they genuinely look for the best in people, that they're good at bringing out the best in people. And that's the key for an entrepreneur who sets up a new business, to find somebody who can manage their business, who get out there and praise and not criticize people. I think you motivate people by genuinely caring about people, by putting your staff first, even ahead of your customers, and by giving them a product that is the best in its field. So give them the tools to do the job properly. So if you have an airline, make sure every single little detail is right in that plane. All the things that can happen. You just got to make sure that you are the best airline flying in the world,